Welcome to Attleboro Update. 2014 was a big year for Attleboro as it celebrated its 100th anniversary as a city and continued to experience a revitalization of downtown. Mayor Kevin Dumas plans to continue that revitalization in the new year by bringing a number of new projects to the city. DoubleACS's Austin Ricketts recently sat down with the mayor to find out more about his plans for 2015 and what it means for Attleboro residents.
I thought 2013 was a busy year. Certainly 2014 was a banner year for the city, and a lot of our accomplishments were due to the hard work and determination of the staff, and also resulting from a lot of the planning and execution that took place in prior years. So one of the things that remarkably people have seen a difference on the corner of Wall Street and South Main Street over at the Intermodal Transportation Center, where now a multi-story building has risen from the former property that's right next to Christopher Heights, which is 80 units of housing, and that will be created, as well as commercial activity on the first floor, which is fantastic. As we wrapped up 2014, you also saw the new construction that was starting for Riverfront Drive and Riverfront Park. So that is the new connector roadway that's going to go from Wall Street all the way through the existing DPW Highway Division. And one of the things for 2015 you'll see is another building by Mr. Krugnali and his company. You'll see an additional 2 buildings go up that will be approximately 170 housing units right in front of the bus loop. That's the parcel we're talking about, directly across the street on Wall Street from the current building that's going up. And that'll also have commercial activity on the first floor that faces South Main Street. Planning that we've done in the past led to the results in 2014. We'll be doing more planning in 2015 to lead to some different results. Like I mentioned about the future, what the Balfour Riverwalk, how it's going to be used and how we shape that. And once we connect the 2 facilities via the Greenway, we're going to be working on our next planning of the next phase of the urban renewal plan, which is right outside our office here on Union Street, from the Salvation Army, which is the former Kidstown, from that building, all the way down Union Street, then wrap around the corner where the Chinese restaurant is, and around the corner where the cab company is located. That's going to be our next block for urban renewal, of which we're going to be doing the plans that are necessary to get that off the ground. So it'll probably take shape in planning in 2015, but actually for demolition and construction will happen in calendar year 2016. And so we have to think of things and how people use green space and how we use public spaces for entertainment, different types of venues. We do things in Capron Park, but there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to do things also in downtown in a new updated venue in the Balfour Riverwalk. So that's something we'll be working on in 2015. At least in the design plans, we will be building a new building at the water plant down on West Street in South Attleboro to house all of their equipment and storage of materials that they have currently on Wall Street. The most recent project that we just finished on December 31st, the Briggs Playground on the east side. Amazing transformation of our true inner city park, and we did the pool back in the bathhouse in 2003, and now this was the rejuvenation of the rest of the 2/3 of the facility. And it's just taking an inner city playground, turning it into multi-use, something to be very proud of, and bringing it up to the same standard that is just across the city, no matter where you're from. And we wanted to bring that for that neighborhood. And that's really important because that's a neighborhood where kids are truly at risk. It's probably my highest population that I had to deal with across the city. I have 0 issues at that facility because the kids take ownership of it because it means so much to them. The track and field concession and bathroom facility, being done mostly by volunteers, really took shape in 2014 and still ongoing now. We're wrapping up fully in the spring, but a beautiful, beautiful testament to the pride that people have who are currently in the school system, for all of the kids and groups who participated over weeks on Saturdays throughout the summer, fall, and winter now, and then all of the lay people who have building trades who came together to do what they've done. But seeing all of the 9 schools and the leadership teams from 9 schools really depend on each other and grow as a unit, all 9 schools, which is really important. So of course that's the high school, the 3 middle, and the 5 elementary, and they've done great things in the past year. So we're really proud of them and their staff. We have big expectations as it relates to trying to work on the issues of increasing the ability for technology in the schools. That's going to be a goal in 2015 that we're working on. We also saw in 2014 a lot of transformation changes that happened. One of the ones that I'm very proud of was working with Chief Hegney, and he came up with the idea of forming the problem-oriented policing unit. a different type of philosophy, and hoping not to have that same recidivism rate and the same type of problems come back time and time again. Also getting into working with the issues of drugs and specifically opiates. The opiate addiction is the fastest growing epidemic not only in Massachusetts but across the nation. So that's something that they've really focused in on, not only trying to be able to work with the addict themselves, but it's also what happens to the families. So they're matching those people up with services. They're actually, for those people who want treatment, they'll actually take the person to treatment. Doing some amazing work that's transformative and that's outside the box, and it's a different way of thinking about how to resolve issues within our community. But predominantly when we talk about all these things, it's everybody doing what they do together and making a difference. All the departments, with library, council on aging, park and recreation. I mean, we just came off of the city's 100th anniversary, which all departments participated in, and the city and its people participated in, which is something that was really special back on September 6th. It was a banner year for us. We had a lot to be proud of. The city's 100th went extremely well in Capron Park. So we're thinking of changing venues. It was fantastic for not only to hold the people and the capacity, it was easy to get people in and get people out. So for both the police chief, the fire chief, for safety, for purposes for access and egress, it was very, very easy. Provided the opportunity to have great open space for entertainment. So we're thinking about the idea of A, holding it in Capron Park, B, having an afternoon full of entertainment in the same place that we had the entertainment for the city's 100th. Looking at where the day falls always has something to play as well. So we would be doing all the planning and activities, but I think we'll be making a change to Capron Park for the 4th of July festivities, and something to look forward to. And again, improving on a community-wide event that really makes a fantastic difference in our quality of life.